Good Sunday morning, everybody. It is November 10th, and I don't know why I'm smiling, but I'm going to try and smile through this day and not cry through this day. I even put makeup on so I would not cry, but I don't think it's going to work. Anyway, I want to welcome you all to my channel if it's your first time visiting. My name's Cheryl. I'm with Yarn and Hook, and my channel's mainly about crochet. I love yarn and everything to do with yarn. I also sew. I'm a fur mama to a slew of fur children. I'm married to the wonderful Wynn, and yeah, that's pretty much me. I made the blanket behind me. I made the blanket on my recliner over there. That's actually my mother's. She never even used it. I made my mom a lot of stuff she didn't use. If you could see my rug, I didn't vacuum because, well, I just didn't vacuum. Oh, I didn't realize I didn't vacuum. I thought I did. I don't know why I thought I vacuumed and I didn't. I'm a little bit brain dead lately. Today is actually 1 month since my mother went to heaven. So y'all will have to maybe give me a little bit of leeway with my functioning. Let me show you. I'm actually powered by coffee and yarn today. Not yarn yet. We were actually en route to my mother's house, and Wynn called and called and called, but I was still in the bathroom getting ready. And I called, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" The wheel fell off our Jeep again. God has been looking out for us like y'all would not believe. That is the second time the wheel fell off our Jeep, and we were either headed to or coming from Williamstown, and if we would have been on 81, we would have been so dead. By the way, I'm not on my webcam, so I'm not sure where to look. I don't know where I'm looking. If I'm not looking at y'all, I apologize immensely. What I'm actually looking at is Oliver taking a drink back there. I'm not sure. I guess I'd have to look up there, but that's funky looking up there for me. That's weird. If I look up at the actual camera, it sends me into a trance. Not a trance, but it's like it makes me go funky. So forgive the angle that I'm looking at. Anyway, I know I said that I'd be back on with a haul, but I was having difficulty, and I was. The difficulty was I could not find my tripod. I haven't seen my tripod for a while. I'm not sure where my laptop is. My whole world and life has been discombobulated from basically living in a hospital for over 2 weeks. Well, living in 2 different hospitals. You don't even want to see my house. If I take you for a tour of my house, that caravan y'all were going to get together to kick booty, you'd be getting together to come and rescue my house. It's bad. I'm in a cluster, you know the rest, and I don't know how to get out of it. But I'll get there. This happens. Being bipolar does not help, but it is what it is, and I'll get through it, past it, and by it. One day I'll just wake up and go, this mess, and I'll tear through the house. But until then, here I am. So I want to thank you all for your kind comments on the last videos I put out. I started to answer everybody, and I got not only overwhelmed, but I cried and cried and cried. The comments y'all made, y'all saying I look beautiful and stunning, and geez Louise, you made me feel like a movie star. I was like, what are they looking at? I'm like, I don't know what they're seeing. And Wynn says to me, well, you look really skinny. I said, I do? Do I look skinny in there, or do I look skinny? He's like, no, you look really skinny. So I was telling Billy I'm 186. Well, I popped on the scale, 183. So I lost 3 more pounds than I was. So I don't know, maybe I lost 3 more pounds, and that's what y'all are seeing. But since everything that happened, I'm down 10. So maybe that's what you see, because the last video before I lost my mom and all this stuff happened, I was 10 pounds higher. I don't know, maybe that's what you all see. I don't know. But thank you. And I also want to say, I'm not going to go through the comments, but I'm going to answer some that I remember. I'm going to heart them all because I cried. I cried and cried, and I don't want to go there again. But there's some comments that I need to say what I remember. First of all, I want to say thank you for your understanding. All I did was, I'm going to just say it, bitch about what was done from the day it started. I kept going on and on and on and on. And it wasn't about anything with me. Believe you me, I'm telling you, I don't care about that. Don't care. I expected it. I dreamt from the time I was, well, since my grandfather passed away, I had a dream over and over and over and over and over that we were cleaning out the house when mom passed away, and his wife picked up a bear I made my mom, and I started crying. I said, oh my God, I made that for my mom, and she ripped it right away and wouldn't let me touch it and said, that's going to so-and-so, which was her niece in Lewistown. I knew it was coming, that they were going to oust me, and I told mom that all those years because of what she pulled when my grandfather died. She tried to play a little game. So, I mean, I expected everything that happened. I expected. Plus what they did in 2009 when my mom had a heart attack, and he tried to keep me away from mom and say that I wasn't allowed to know how she was. I wasn't allowed to call the hospital. No information was to be given to me, and there was no power of attorney or nothing. And of course, mom got better, and when she got better, I said, I'm going to tell you what he did to me, and you better fix it, and you better fix it now. And mom said to him, you ever do that again, and you're done. I mean, this has gone on for a long time. It was always a power trip. I'm the man, you're the nothing. Immaturity. So I expected it. But the anger and the everyday bitching about it was, I never thought it would go to my mother. So I had to have closure, and what I did on that last video gave it to me. So I want to thank you all for allowing me that opportunity and understanding what I needed to do, because I'm going to tell you right now, except for what I just said right there, I haven't even brought it up. I have not. And there's so much I could say, and I feel cleansed. I had to get it out. And even though I didn't say it to them, I said it to them. And I needed to do that. So I feel so much better. And I love you all for just loving me enough and understanding me enough to know that that's what I needed, and know that that's what I was doing. And some things just go without saying, because I believe it was Teresa that said she was glad that I got out what I needed to get out. That's exactly what I did. And I believe it was Beth that said, God knew that you needed mom and mom needed you. I've said it was an accident. It just kind of came out of my mouth when I was talking to Shelly. And I said, I'm a firm believer. This wasn't an accident. I'm a firm believer that God leads you where you're supposed to be. I've always said that. And I truly believe that. God gives you forks in the road. You choose the right or the wrong or the middle of the road. You don't know. But I know that, I hope that most of my forks were the right forks. Okay. And I said, God led me and mom to be mother-daughter. And that's why I believe that my bio mom was a shit mom, because from day one, mom was supposed to be my mom. And I know that. What I didn't know until it came time was, not only was my mom supposed to be my mom, God needed me to do a job for my mom. And that was when my mom needed me the most. He needed me to save her from her son. And that is crazy. I mean, I never realized. It's just weird. He needed her to save me from my birth mother, and then he needed me to save her from her son and what he was trying to do to her. Mind blowing. So yeah, it came full circle, and it's amazing. It really is. And I'm grateful and honored that not only did God give me the honor of being the one that was her daughter, and the one that was smart enough and loved her enough and courageous enough to step up and take that role, but that I did do it, and I was there for her, and I never faltered. And like Billy said, and it's true, and when I look back, I go, oh my God, how did I don't know. I never even thought about it. I just did. I didn't have a second to think. I was by myself. It was my mother and I. Chucky was there, but when the shit hit the fan, he wasn't. It was me by myself, and I just boom, boom, boom. I just did what I had to do, and that was the end of it. And it was sad. There were times when I told the doctors not to tell her what was going on. I'm like, please stop telling her what he's doing. You're upsetting her. They kept coming in and saying, he called and he said this, or he called and he said that, and he's demanding this, and he's saying, I said, will you stop telling her this stuff? And then she'd cry and he'd say, rip it up, throw him out the window. He's son of a bitch. He wants me dead. And I'd be like, will you stop it? And then she'd start crying. But it all worked out. It all worked out in the end, and she was happy. She was happy before she passed away. She knew she was loved. She knew that she had her support. She had the people in the hospital adored her. They all loved her. The nurses called her Nana Ruth because they said, they were talking about the people at home and her neighbors and stuff. I said, they all call her Nana Ruth. And they're like, oh my God, Nana Ruth, we love that. Next thing you know, they're calling her Nana Ruth. And she just lit up like a Christmas tree because she loved being called Nana Ruth. And Katie, who's my cousin, which really that's her Aunt Ruth, she even called her Nana Ruth. And she loved that. She just loved being called Nana Ruth. So actually on her spray that I got for her casket, it said Mother and Nana Ruth because that's what she was known as. Mom and Nana Ruth. So I thought that was important. My mom and Pap were the most beautiful souls I ever knew. I was very blessed. Blessed for sure. And today, 1 month ago, I lost that beautiful angel. Sad day. Very sad day. But I'm not going to cry. I'm going to try and stay happy and celebrate and remember and know that my mother is in a good place with my Pap and my fur children that went before me, and they're all together and they're waiting on me and everything's good. And yeah, I'm faking it, but yeah, that's where we're at. Anyway, people said that they're proud of me and that they're happy that I was there for my mom, and all the wonderful comments. I read them all, you guys, and I cried through them all 54 comments. And I want to tell you, I'm going to heart them all when I upload this video. And I love you all, and I thank you all for the beautiful, amazing comments. I just can't reply. If I read them again, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm just going to be a blubbering fool, especially today. So I'm just going to heart the rest on the Billy video, and I'm going to heart the ones from my drive along video, and then know that I read them and I love you and I appreciate them. And yeah. So now I'm going to let my kidlets in, and I'm going to grab some stuff, and I'm going to show you what I got going on and what I've been up to. I'm not going to pause it because what I got is right there. And I have 2 things I got to address to 2 individuals. So hang tight. But I'm not going to pause. Come on, kids. I have a tree up here. They keep knocking it down. They're so bad. They keep messing up my house. I don't know what to do with these pooches. Bear, you're not going out. Move it. Come on, move. You're not going out. Kitty cats at this house don't go outside. Come on, kids. Okay, so before all this stuff happened with my mom, you guys know that I was going to do vinyl project bags. Well, I've been messing around with them, and I was starting to get it, but I don't know. They're proving a little more difficult than I thought they would be. So, I have an idea, but I haven't really wanted to go back to the sewing machine. I've kind of just been sitting around crocheting sweaters, cardigans, out the gazoopy because this chair and my yarn and hook have been my only friend. Wynn and Billy were actually surprised that I wasn't either I don't know what they thought I was going to do. Chucky thought I would just be quiet and just not say anything. I actually thought I'd lay on that couch and not move. Um, Crocheting actually saved me. And I think a lot of it is because the whole time I was in the hospital with Mom, she had me, like, that's one of them, making blankets and nonstop. And every time I'd stop, she'd say, hey, like before she could talk, and then she'd go like this to me. I know Billy told you. And then when she was talking, she would say, Erlyn, because she couldn't, that's the best she could do it, was Cheryl Lynn. But she'd go, Erlyn, get busy. And I'd be like, okay, Mom. I'd be like dozing up, Erlyn, get busy. Okay, Mom. So she had me rocking and rolling on the blankets. And she would just sit there and watch me crochet and crochet and crochet. And then she'd go, hey, hold it up. And I'd hold it up and she'd go, oh, never mind. She thought she saw something funny in my stitching. She was inspecting it and everything. She loved it. And if I get a tangle, and I was watching her, like, I said to Billy, boy, I could get, like, maybe this is a good way to do therapy for stroke patients. But I had a whole ball of Bernat that I couldn't get undone. It yarn barfed and it just, oh, it was a holy hell of a mess. And she wanted that yarn, and this was like 4 days into the stroke. So we're talking maybe the day after the pacemaker, because she went in Friday. Wednesday she had the pacemaker, so that was probably Thursday. And she was sitting there fussing with that Bernat, and she was, I mean, you should have seen her go. Maybe with a smaller ball of yarn, she could have really finagled, well, a smaller hunk, not a ball. Obviously, a ball wouldn't need untangle. But I said to Billy, I said, boy, I wonder if that would be a good therapeutic thing for a stroke patient. Because you should, I mean, meticulous, and she was thinking about it. She was like into that. And she loved, loved, loved to be in that bed and watch me crochet. And I think that's why, because up until, I mean, she was on her morphine and in that bed, and I had the ball of yarn in that bed working on this blanket, and I kept going. And I said to Chucky, he said, you're doing good, hon. He said, she loved to watch you crochet. She knows you're crocheting. And I told her, Mom, I'm working on that blanket. Don't you worry. You don't have to wake up and yell at me. Even though I knew she wasn't going to wake up, I said to her, you don't have to worry, Mom. I'm working on it. You don't need to yell at me. I'm going to get this blanket done like I promised. And I was crocheting away. And I did get that blanket done. I didn't get it done in the hospital that night. She passed away that night, but I did get it done. Anyway, I think that's why the crocheting afterward kept me from losing my marbles, because it was something that really further bonded us. And that's why when I was down at the house and all the yarn and the bags and the hooks and the accessories that I bought my mother, Cousin Kathy was like, oh, Ruth crocheted too. Well, she said Nana Ruth crocheted. No, I lied. She called her Aunt Ruth. She said Aunt Ruth crocheted too, and I started crying, and I said, well, I didn't cry, but I got teared up. And I said, well, she was gonna, but she didn't. And there was all that yarn and stuff. And a couple days later, I said to her, Kathy, take all this. And she's like, are you sure? I'm like, I'm sure. And I knew she appreciated it. She was grateful for it. And I was happy to give it to her. I didn't need it at all. But the main reason was I couldn't bear to bring home what I gave my mother that she never used. I couldn't do it. So I let Kathy have it. And that meant more to me because I just couldn't bring it home. Okay, I'm not going to cry. So crocheting saved me, but I couldn't do that. Anyway, I got to get off that subject. Back to project bags. So I have an idea with the vinyl that I'm going to try, because the vinyl is a little bit of a booger to work with. I was not going to do drawstring project bags. I'm not going to do them with ribbon. I think ribbon's expensive, to be honest with you. I'm going to do them with rope. I like the rope much better. Plus, rope is more, like, you're not going to rip it. But I'm going to do zipper. I do zippers. So I have a bunch of fabrics. I'm not going to go back in my sewing room and dig them. I don't have to dig them. They're right on the surface. But I'm not going back there. I'm not going to go that far. But I do have some here that I didn't take back yet that I got before my mom went into the hospital. And stuff I got in the last probably month. No. All of it was before mom went into the hospital. No. Some of it was before mom went into the hospital. Some of it was the other day. Okay. So, and I'm glad I got 2 of these. Now I could kick my own butt and wish I would have got more, to be honest with you, because I knew this was going to sell out. I just knew it. Okay. So Walmart had these guys, and I said to myself, you better grab them, because if you don't, you're not going to get them. I'm not going to open it up. It's the wintry red trucks. And I like it because, well, it does have a tree and stuff, but it can be winter. It's not presents in that, like Christmas. So I got 2 yards of them. And then I saw these and I was like, oh, my Lanta. And I got 2 yards of them. And they don't have any others like that. And then this I got at AC Moore. I didn't see anybody have sloths. Maybe somebody does, but these are really cute. And then I know that a lot of people love this. So I got Happy Camper Truck. This is really cute. Bicycles. I love it. It's absolutely adorable. And if you look on the camper, it says Happy Camper Christmas. Now, I know I won't be sewing this week. I have a lot of things on my plate. But maybe the week after I might break out. I don't need to break it out. My sewing machine's set up. But it's just a figure of speech. But, that's what I'm going to do. Probably the week after. Unless I do my live like I planned. I don't know. I have so much I have to do and catch up. It's just ridiculous. I was at Wally and I saw these fat quarters and I just love them. So I got 2 of each. Puppy and a kitten. And then these are all supposed to be 1 yard cuts. They only had 1 of these. Love green plaid. They had 2 of these, so I got 2. 3 of these, so I got 3. And 1 of these, so I got that. I didn't get much fabric-wise, to be quite truthful with you. Now, for the rope, I got, this color is, I don't know if it has a color, let's see. Sky blue. Mint green. Charcoal. And then, oh, my leg. I got black. And this one I really like too. And then, of course, I have like jute and twine and all that good stuff. This one is pottery. It's beautiful. And it's nice and soft. You could actually, it's cotton. You could crochet with it. I love it. It's not like stiff like twine. Okay, and that brings me to what I want to talk about. Amanda. I forget your channel name. Please, I am so sorry. I just remembered that I have your Halloween print and the leggings that I was to make you. Honey, I'm so sorry. And I'm guessing that I haven't heard from you because you know what happened with my mother. I will make this up to you. I will absolutely make your leggings. And I have been looking for a Christmas print, actually, to make leggings with. And when I find, of course, I will make them, and they will be my gift to you as a I'm sorry. But in the meantime, I'm so upset. I found this absolutely to die for. Gorgeous. It is so soft. I want to scream at the top of my lungs. French terry. And I thought, oh, here's the problem. It is so see-through. It's ridiculous. So I have to, I mean, I can make shirts out of it. I could do that. And then, like tank tops or whatever. I don't know what I'm going to do with it now. I mean, it's nice. I can make stuff out of it. But I plan on surprising you with a pair of, camo leggings. And that's about to fall through. But I did forget. I cannot tell a lie. I forgot. And when I remembered, I went, oh my God, I am so sorry. So, again, I'm assuming because you haven't contacted me, you knew what was going on with my mother and you understood. And I appreciate that very much. And the second thing is, Laura, I could have just messaged you, but I'm sure you're going to watch my video. I'm going to message you anyway. But we are going up to Mom's today. And, I mean, I can message you on my way up to Mom's too. My appointment is not tomorrow. It's the 13th. I don't know why I thought tomorrow was the 13th. So it'll be Thursday, Friday. I work on the bears instead of instead of Wednesday, Thursday, it'll be Thursday, Friday. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah. And which is good because I'll have the yarn by then. So I've been making cardigans. I said that, right? So I can show you the cardigans I've been making. First, I'll show you mine. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is ice yarn. I don't like the way I did my sleeve. I'm going to redo my sleeve. This is a boyfriend cardigan. And I got this far. I can sew the panel up the side. And then make the sleeve and then do the trim. And I ran out of yarn, but that's okay. I reordered. They wanted you to do the sleeve in the round. And I decided, oh no, I'm going to do the sleeve and attach it. Here's an example where I should have, I mean, it fits, don't get me wrong, but I don't like the way it lays. I should have done the sleeve in the round, is what I should have done. And I made the sleeve just a little tighter than I should have. I mean, it fits. It fits fine. Maybe I'll let it be. It fits fine. You know, I love it. Perfect length for me. Once I put the trim on, it's going to be perfect. Kind of like my sweaters to sit right there and like sit waist length. Perfect. So that's the one I was making for me. I may as well stay up. I'll just try them all on and show you. Hopefully that won't be in the way. Okay, let's see. Alright, I'm going to show this because my dear friend Karen asked me. Alright, Karen, you asked me about the cardigan. Here's what I got. I don't know if you like long cardigans. And I, honest to God, did not know it was going to be this long. But I'm going to tell you something. This is drop dead gorgeous. I am crazy over this. This is how far I am. And it's, okay, so look at this thing. And it needs another panel, and it's going to be like, there's a lot of width there yet. But look, see the length of it? Let me go out here. Here's the shoulder. Wait, let me pull it up. Okay. There, and I'll hold it out. Is that not stunning? Look at the color in this. Is this not absolutely sensationally gorgeous? This is also ice yarn. It's the, is it the rainbow? It's this. It's like the landscapes, I guess. Oh my God, and it crochets like a dream. Oh, it's so soft. I absolutely love it. So that's where I'm at. But if you don't, and it's very light and very thin, it's not heavy at all. Um, if you don't like it, that's not a problem. I can get on cam with you at some point, and I'll show you the other yarn and the patterns that I have to do a lightweight sweater for you. Not a problem. Just let me know where you want me to go with that. And you didn't, I mean, I didn't even talk to you. I just started making. So it's not like you're obligated in any way or whatever. And you did say blue or I forget what color. Okay, this could be unisex. This fits Win perfectly. But if you like an oversized sweater, like, it don't look bad on me either. But it fits Win, and he's a 3X, 2X, 3X. So this is a sweater, ready to rock, ready to go. And if any of these that are finished that I'm showing that you want, just message me, and they're for sale. This one is for sale, ready to rock. Okay? Let me go get the rest. There's a bunch. Grand Central Station, nobody's home. I thought it might be Win. Okay, so this was the first one I made. Becca ever so kindly gifted me this yarn, and I feel terrible. When I first made, this is the Day Date cardigan, and you can see this is hella big. Again, Molly, when I first made this, I had no idea it was going to be this big. So Becca, I'm sorry. I intended this to be mine, not. This is probably, it would probably fit anywhere from a 3 to 5X. It's big. It really is. And it's supposed to be big, but not, I mean, it's big. But it's beautiful. I mean, and this is the Day Date Cardi. This was the first one I made. It's made out of magic ice. It's beautiful. Maybe I went too far. I don't know. Again, for sale, ready to rock. Just message me. And this one does fit me, but it's too big. I don't like how it hangs on me, and I'm so upset. This is the softest, nicest yarn. This is my Griffin. Everybody sent me Griffin. Thank God I have more of this, because I'd wear it no matter what. I'd shrink it. I'd do something to it. But I have enough that I can make myself I need an extra small in this, or I can't have it because it's just too big. Is this twisted? Hold on, guys. I think I need a lesson on how to put a cardigan on. This is also the Day Date. Is it? It is. This is also the Day Date cardi. Now, it's big. It does. As I'm wearing it, it falls off me. But look, it looks like I planned it, and I swear on a stack of Bibles, I did not. It could not have been any more perfect. I hate to say it, but it is for sale. It's too big. And there ain't no way I'm gaining weight to wear this cardigan. So there's number 3. This is one of the blankets that I made for the nurses. She wanted one for her daughter. They have not contacted me. I contacted them several times. I'm actually gifting this to someone for a gift they need for a baby. So that's actually not for sale. That's going to be gifted. But I do have a blanket for sale. Hot and thirsty. Okay. This is supposed to be mine, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. This is the brunch cardi. This one fits me, and again, they're supposed to be big. This is a small, and it's still big, but maybe not. I don't know. It fits me. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Maybe it's the sleeves. Maybe if I just change the sleeves. Maybe that's what has me functified. Because everywhere else it seems fine. I don't know. Okay, and this is one that I really wanted for myself, but it wound up too big. This is a medium large. It's supposed to be. This one is gorgeous. This is also a brunch cardi. This is the nicest one, I think, that I made, the way I made it. I lengthened this one. It's absolutely stunning. This one is for sale. And this one, this one's done out of the Karen cotton cakes. So you can, oh, look at this one. It's gorgeous. So you can wear this in the warmer climates. And I did make pockets for this. I just didn't sew them on yet. I also have pockets for the one done in Griffin. They're right there, just not sewn on. And this one is nice and heavy. I actually thought Becca might be interested in this. This is an oversized cardi. This is done in the ombre teal by Red Heart. This is a nice fit. This one is nice. It fits beautiful. And then to go along with it, I made a nice ear warmer. Again, this fits beautiful. And it's nice and heavy. I mean, not heavy, but it's warm. You know, and you can roll up the sleeves or whatever you want to do. So, if you're interested, Becca, hit me up or whoever. If whoever gets it first is fine. I mean, they have more of this. I almost yelled Becca to Molly. And this is ice yarn, and it's wool. This is my latest one I just made. It's beautiful. It's like a denim blue. Again, for sale. So I would say this would be a medium large. Right here, I think I missed a stitch. See how it goes up like that? So I'm going to have to probably rip out I did. I'm going to have to fix this. So don't jump on this yet. Look, see how it goes up? I put fewer stitches here than I did over here. I got to fix this. This ain't for sale. Forget it. That's bad. Anyway, it's a nice cardigan. Just needs fixed. Okay, and last but not least, this was the first blanket I made for the nurses. Again, she was asked even before my mom passed away, 6-7 times, when are you getting your blanket? It's huge. It's like doubled of this. See, it's folded in half. So, and it's all Bernat blanket. I don't know. I think Chucky wanted to give this to his mom for Christmas, so maybe this won't be for sale. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, all them cardigans are definitely for sale. Definitely. And the ear warmer goes with the teal cardigan. Oh, and look, I was at Plato's Closet and I got a whole bunch of Victoria's Secret. Because I love Victoria's Secret. I'm just slightly obsessed. So that is what a lot of these cardigans I was finishing up in the hospital too, believe it or not, in between making blankets. And then like Billy said, I heard her say it in her video, that I start them and I finish them the next day. 100% true. I have 3 other cardigans in the make. One's for Shelly, and one is for sale, and the other one, well, I just showed you, the one that's possibly Karen's. I mean, again, Karen, zero obligation. Absolutely zero. Oh, and mine there, and I'm midway through. Okay, let me take these back out so my kidlets don't get on them. And I'll be right back. Because my kids are bad. They get into everything. Watch out, monks. Hi, Grace. Hey, that'll be enough. I don't like this about these pants, though. They have a really thick string. I think I'm going to chop that off. It's weird. So weird. Oh, I'll show you what I'm working on. I have it out there because we were leaving, and I crochet when we go. He drives and I crochet. Hold on, I let Grace out. See, I have a busy life here. Don't know how my house functioned when I was in the hospital 24/7. Okay. This is one of the things I got, which I'm not going to show you that haul yet. I'm already at 42 minutes. This is one of the things I got at Christmas tree shop. It was $3.99, 20% off. They have 2 that had dog sayings on too. I thought, hell, I can't make a project bag that cheap. I'm grabbing that for when I go in the car. Okay, so I have 2 more rows of this. This is a day date. I like doing these because I know the pattern by heart. I don't even have to think about it. All I gotta do is know how many rows. And this is very light and airy. It's the Comfy Cotton Lavender. Is it lavender? Nope, Blueberry Muffin. Blueberry Muffin Comfy Cotton. So I'm doing that one. And then I have one I'm making for Shelly. I'll pull that out in a second. Let's see. And then I'm going to end this video because I might do some footage up at Mom's. Where did I put Shelly's? I have stuff everywhere in this house. Oh, I don't even know. Oh, I'll show you some of the yarn I just got. Thanks to my dear friend, Crystal. Okay, Shelly's, I don't know where Shelly's is right now, but it's here. Wait, is that it? Nope. I have to show you Shelly's later. Okay. Oh, yeah. Crystal showed this on her Michael's haul, and I went bat poop crazy. This is called, it's Loops and Threads, and I love Loops and Threads. It is a 4-weight. It is machine wash, cold, gentle, do not bleach, dry flat, do not iron, dry clean. Now I got a tip for y'all. Stuff like this, don't get yourself in a tizzy. Like Karen, in case I forget to say something to you. You said you didn't want to have to wash dry. You wanted to wash dry and not fiddle around. When I worked at Blue Shield, we had to have all business attire, and a lot of my stuff was dry clean only. Well, Number one, I couldn't afford to get my stuff dry cleaned. Number two, I didn't have time. I had stuff to do, and I was married. I had a child, which my stepdaughter, Christy, and I just couldn't do it. So I found this wonderful thing called Dryel, and it's a bag with a special cloth that you put into the dryer, and it dry cleans in your dryer. And I had expensive suits that I still, well, I got rid of them now. They're way too big, but I had them for years and they were perfect. They were beautiful. You would never know. So stuff like that sweater that I'm making, if you choose that, you can absolutely dry clean that in like in the Dryel bag, and there you go. And I never stunk or nothing like that. It cleaned my clothing. And if you get something on it, you can always spot clean it. So there's an idea. So something like that's made out of this that says dry clean, you can use the Dryel bag because it's protected in that bag. It'll be all right. So that's just a little tip for everybody. Okay, so anyway, this is called Colors. It has 507.44 yards. I ain't never seen that before. And it is so soft. It is let's see the content. 100% acrylic. Well, let me tell you what, that's weird because it has what y'all would call a halo. That's odd. Okay, anyway, this colorway is Steel City Blues. To flipping die for. I got 3 of these. And of course, cardigans are in the works. This one here is just simply stunning. Grassy Savannah. That looks like a Molly hair. She was just at this. And then this one is Prussian Plum. Gorgeous. And then I got some ice yarn that's coming, mainly to finish my stuff that I'm making. But yeah, that is where I'm at with everything going on. And I did put on my Facebook page, my business page, that I'd like to have it live. I have so many things done. Like back in the summer, I made a boatload of hats and towels and stuff. You know, now's the time. And every time I did a live, I sold a lot. And I really need to start replenishing money. We were robbing Peter to pay Paul. I spent a lot of money on my mom. Every time we went up to my mom, I would spend money. I wiped my freezer out, and then I sent Chucky with a couple $100 grocery order for my mom. Spent a lot of money on my mom. Not that I begrudge it or anything. I do it all over in a heartbeat, but you know, I got accused of stealing money from my mom, but let me tell you what, I spent money on my mom and wasn't given a penny to help. When she was in the hospital, I was buying her all kinds of stuff. I bought her she had to have her stuff thickened because she couldn't swallow. So I went on Amazon. She wanted ice chips she kept wanting. And I understand that. Her throat was so dry. Mine was. I was going nuts in that hospital with the dryness in my throat. And she kept wanting ice chips. Well, they couldn't give her that because when those ice chips would melt, they would be liquid running down her throat and she would choke. So I decided, okay, I'm going to try something because at the Harrisburg Hospital, Lauren was really smart and she said, I'm going to try something. And she thickened water and then made ice cubes or froze them and then chopped it up and she got thickened ice cubes. So I said, I'm going to do one better. I had root beer syrup and peach syrup and, you know, the sugar-free stuff. So I would make her a bag upon bag of flavored thickened water, and then I'd take them in and they'd freeze them in there and then break them up for her. So I always had flavored ice chips for her, and she loved them. And I ran and got her $100 and some worth of diet drink because they weren't giving her drink, and she was crying at night. Minute I came in, she was telling me that they won't give her drink. She told them, I'm telling my daughter on you. And I got in, she said, all right, in, her not give me no drink, and I thirsty all night. And then I looked at her and she said, I'm going to tell you what happened. And what happened was her blood sugar was spiking and they were giving her insulin because it was all orange juice they were giving her. And I said, well, I want to know why you're giving her that to start with. She's freaking diabetic and you're giving her insulin because you're giving her this shit. And they said, well, because we don't have anything sugar-free. And I'm like, why is that? And why is she not on a diabetic diet? Today, this stops. So when she went for her rest in between therapies, because she had 3.5 hours of therapy every day, physical, occupational, and speech. So when she rested in between the occupational for the physical therapy, I said, I'll be back. I'm going to go get you stuff. So I got her underwear. I got her a couple of outfits, jogger pants and stuff like that for her therapy so she was more comfortable. And I got her, like, the whole bottom of the fridge in the cafeteria, their cafeteria was Mom's. They put a big sign on Roos. I got her a big basket for her stuff and everything. It was insane. They were like, oh my God, Ruth, the whole bottom of the fridge is yours. And she was like, uh-huh, my daughter loved me. She was like so proud. But hold on, I gotta get the kids. But just that drink alone that I got her. I mean, I got her diet ginger ale, diet root beer, diet Coke. I got her every flavor of the Diet 5, cran grape, cran pineapple, cran blackberry, cran mango. That stuff's expensive. I got her all that. I had to get a cart to bring everything up. I asked them, can I borrow a cart down at the visitor's desk? And she said, sure. And when she saw what I was bringing in, she said, my God, are you having a party? I said, no, this is for my mom. She said, boy, somebody loves their mom. I said, I sure do. Anyway, I said to her, because she tell on them, no matter what they do, she said, I'm telling my daughter, buddy, let me tell you what, she told me. And they always laughed at that. They said, we know you're going to tell Cheryl. We know, Ruth, we know. And she always did. She told me. And I said, now that this is here, Mom, if they do it again, because she wanted me, because when the girl came in, she said, Erlyn, that's the one. She not give me drink. And I said, okay, Mom, we took care of it. And she like turned as white as a sheet. I said, you're fine. Because she thought I was going to do something. And you're fine. I know what happened. And, she said, Erlyn, her did it. I said, Mom, I know. We got it under control. I know what happened. I understand if it happens again, now that you got all your drink out there, then I'll take care of business. Oh, okay, Erlyn, you tell them how it is. I said, I tell them, Mom. So she, it was kind of their fault because they were giving her a diet she shouldn't have had, and I made them change it. I'm like, I don't understand why a diabetic doesn't have a diabetic diet. First off, what are you doing? That did make me a little miffed. Like, they were giving the woman insulin, and she kept crying, like, I don't want insulin when I go home. No. She was so scared of that, which I don't blame her. But anyway, I'm going to end this on a funny story about my mom. These are going to pee your pants, probably, because this is hysterical. And I know I get like this, because I've told you I don't wash my hair every day, because my hair will dry out like crazy. I wash my hair probably 3 to 4 times a week. Mainly 3. Sometimes 4, it depends. I could tell, like, if my head gets itchy. But she was always used to getting her hair done every Thursday with Brenda. And obviously, being in the hospital and being with her leg or her foot, that she couldn't have been on her foot for all them weeks before that. Remember, she wasn't allowed to be on her foot, and she was in that thingy, that brace thing, and she was only allowed to pivot from chair or couch to potty chair back over. She was kind of not going up to Brenda's, and every now and again, Lori would get to wash her hair for her. So they were doing those thingies in the hospital, but they ain't the greatest. And I kept forgetting the damn dry shampoo. So she says to me, she's scratching her head. And she said, I think I have bugs. I said, Mom, You don't have bugs. I think I have bugs. Mom, you don't have bugs. I think I have lice. Mom, you don't have lice. Erlyn, you come look, I has lice. And she's scratching and scratching her head. I said, all right, I'll come look. Look, I think I have lice. And she's scratching and holding her head. So I look at her head. No, you gotta look better. I have lice. And I said, Mom, you don't have lice. So finally, I went like this and I rubbed my head all over her head. And I put my head down in her face and I went like this. I said, now look, do I have lice? All of a sudden, she yells, holy hell, Erlyn, you has lice! I'm telling you what, I almost pissed my pants. I laughed and laughed and laughed. And then she started laughing. I said, oh my God, Mom, you're a rip. Don't ever change. Oh, that woman. I can't even laugh right now because if I laugh, I think I'll bust out crying. It is funny. It was funny, but it's also, I miss her. I miss her so much. I could hear her doing it. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to go. Just laugh because it was so funny and she was such a pistol. I love you all. Thank you for being part of my channel. Thank you for being part of my life, my family, loving me, loving my goose, loving Win, loving the kids, being here for us, everything that you do, everything that you are. I cannot express my appreciation and love enough. If you're new to my channel and haven't already, I would love it if you take a minute and subscribe. Click the notification bell so you'll get notified each and every time I upload. And I hope to see you again on my next video. Until then, I'm going to bid you adieu, and I will see you next time. Take care.